Hey everyone, welcome back to Hit Wicket. So today I'm going to do a quick match review of yesterday's India versus Pakistan affair. And boy oh boy, who would have thought that 10 wicket victory to Pakistan would have been the result. I think it was a really clinical actually performance from Pakistan, cool, calm and collected. They beat India in all facets, in fielding, batting and bowling. They were all over India from the get-go. If we start at the top, Shah Afridi. I actually was telling one of my cricket mates and that Shah would get Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in the first over. He didn't get Virat Kohli in the first over, but he did get Rohit Sharma and went on to get KL Rahul with two absolute seeds. There's something really cool about seeing a left-hand in-swinger bowling and cleaning up a right-hander. It's just something different. There's like a really clean feeling when Stark used to do it. Trent Bolt does it, and Shah, those are two really good deliveries. Virat Kohli did, he tried to resurrect the innings a bit with Rishabh Pant. Him and Rishabh Pant got, I think, 40 and 57 respectively, but they didn't really get along too far. And then when they both got out, Ravi Jadeja and Hardik Pandya came in, and you would have expected them to really go off, but Hardik Pandya hasn't been in great form of recent times, and Jadeja has been in good form, but he couldn't find the fence. And India ended up 151 for 7 at the end of their innings. Shah with a brilliant spell. Haris Rauf actually went unrewarded but bowled pretty well. Shadab Khan bowled pretty well. The only expensive bowler was Hassan Ali at the end. And then Pakistan came out to bat and, well, they didn't make a single mistake. Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, who have shown over the previous, I would say, 10 to 16, 15 months, they've been a really prolific opening pair for Pakistan. But a lot have doubted their abilities because they haven't. I mean, they've versed some of the big sides, but they haven't versed. Of course, they haven't versed India. But I think they've been classed for quite a while now, and they just continued that yesterday without making a single mistake against one of the best attacks in the world, and made them look quite ordinary, to be honest. Mystery spinner Chakravarti was hit back into oblivion. Really, is hit back into the IPL. Shami went the journey. Went for about 40 odd of his 3-point something. Rizwan and Babar Azam are just hitting him around the park. Bumrah was alright. Again, he wasn't bowled out, which was a bit surprising, but I don't think it would have made too much of a difference. Ravi Jadeja didn't look like getting a wicket either. Babar Azam technically is just flawless. Just those cover drives, straight bat shots. He's one of the most pure cricketers, and it's good to see that a pure cricketer can still dominate 2020 cricket, which you wouldn't expect. You'd expect him to only dominate the longer formats, but he's doing it in 2020 cricket. And Rizwan, well, I think he batted even better than Babar. Got 79 not out, 3 sixes, 6 fours. In the beginning, I think Babar was about 20 off 20, but Rizwan was taking off from the get-go to keep the pressure off Babar, and it was a brilliant partnership. I've actually said for a decent while that Mohammad Rizwan is the best wicket-keeper batsman in the world in all formats. Many people are telling me the Rishabh Pant, but I've been a Mohammad Rizwan fan for quite a while. You can see that he's in my World Test Championship XI as well. I think these two have been a revolution for Pakistan. Of course, Pakistan probably do over rely on them a bit, but if they don't get out, there's no need to see the other batsmen. It'll be interesting to see where these two teams go from here. I mean, this is a historic victory for Pakistan. They're probably at an all-time high this side. They've never probably been at this high in a while. Beating probably the favourites of the tournament and beating them so comprehensively by 10 wickets. So it'll be interesting to see if they can just lower themselves. Babar Azam, if he can bring his team back down from the high and focus on the end goal, focus on trying to get that trophy. Because we've seen many a time when teams have gone up that hill and they're riding that high, and then they forget about what else is to come. Yeah, obviously their group is not too strong. There's some decent opponents in there. Afghanistan might cause an upset, but you expect these two teams to go through. It'll be interesting to see how India goes as well after getting bamboozled, but I think Virat Kohli as well, I saw in the press conference, he looked pretty calm and collected, as if they won't make too many changes. It just happened to be a bad game for them. It didn't click. But you'd expect India for sure to qualify still. Pakistan have a very big game against New Zealand, which are probably the second best team in their group, excluding India. So that'll be a very telling sign to see who finishes in the top two, because if Pakistan win that game, Pakistan could well finish first in their group. Let me know in the comments below, do you think they can replicate their Champions Trophy masterclass? I'll be doing reviews on some of the other games too. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.